So the next vulnerability which we will gonna look at is BFLA, full form broken functional level authorization. So yeah, broken functional level authorization. What exactly it is? So broken functional level authorization is one of the security vulnerability that occurs when an application or system does not properly enforce access control at the functional or feature level. In other words, it allows user to perform action, or it allows a user to access certain set of features that they should not have permission to use. Basically, this functional level authorization is somewhat similar to our first vulnerability, which was broken object level authorization, but with a small difference. The difference is that in broken object level authorization, what we used to do, we were entirely changing the GUID of a particular object or a particular thing so that we can access or we can view other users' information. In functional level access, what we will gonna do? We will going to simply change the function name which are visible in the application so that we can access other user or we can access some sensitive information which we were not having access to. Okay, so let's see what we can do, how we can perform this broken functional level access vulnerability. So for the current application, there is one challenge which says that we have to delete a user of, so we have to delete a video of another user. For that, what we have to do, we have to first find the REST API endpoint. Basically, we have to find the first admin endpoint in the application, which will allow me to delete a video, and then we will have to utilize the same admin endpoint to delete someone else's video. If you might have learned or performed the IDOR vulnerability, then you might resonate like what exactly we are about to do over here. Okay, so let's first identify the endpoint to delete a video. So where it should be over here. Correct. So this was the video which we had earlier on uploaded. I'm gonna turn on the intercept and I have to delete this video, but I am not at all able to see any option to delete the video. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply check each and every functionality over here. So the first one is to change the video. I don't want to change the video. I'm gonna change the video name. So this was the name of the video which I had earlier on uploaded. I will simply gonna change the name. Okay, what should be the name? Instead of car, suppose I am entering my video video, my video.mp4 as the video name, and I'll click on change button. As soon as I click on change button, I notice that the application is utilizing put HTTP method in order to change the video name. Again, in order to make changes in API, the API tend to utilize or the developer tend to utilize HTTP put method to make changes, which is by default in nature is kind of vulnerable because if an application not only HTTP API endpoint, but if the application is allowing put method, then there is a risk that a malicious user can upload a malware or malicious content into the application to further perform malicious action or to further attack on the application. So what I'm gonna do, I'll simply gonna send this request to my repeater. I will forward this for now and I can see that I have changed the video name. Okay, no problem, congratulations. Now I'm gonna go to the repeater, send this request simply, and we can see that yes, the updated video name is reflected back in our HTTP response. Cool, very cool. What if I change the name? Suppose my name, Manal. Yes, the same is reflected over here. Now our goal is to identify the admin endpoint to delete the video. Now we have to delete the video. And HTTP method, there is one HTTP method named delete, which we can utilize to delete the content of a particular uh, object. Not object, but we can utilize the HTTP delete method to delete any sort of resources available in the application, either via API endpoint or either directly by specifying the name of that resource, of that object, basically. So now I will simply gonna change the request method from get. First, let's just check like what are the different HTTP uh, methods which are allowed in our application. So if I send this options method, I can see that HTTP method put, get, head, delete and options. These are allowed, out of which this delete and put method are kind of risky methods, as well as we also call them the HTTP dangerous method. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to utilize this delete HTTP method to delete this video. Again, as you can see, this video is uh, referenced as the ID value 53, correct? If I send this request, I can see that this is an admin functionality. Try to access the admin API. The same was also mentioned over here. Correct. Leverage the predictable nature of REST API to find an admin endpoint to delete videos. Correct. Now, how will I be able to identify the admin API? Either I'll have to perform the fuzzing attack on all the API endpoints, or what I can do, I can simply change the user function or this user name to admin. Okay, so earlier on in the starting of this video, what I said, this broken functional level authorization vulnerability is kind of similar to broken object level authorization vulnerability, with a small difference that in object level authorization, what we were doing, we were simply changing the GUID with the another user or another object's GUID in order to access information. Here what we will gonna do, we will gonna change the function or feature name. Okay, and in my case, I can either change the video ID, but that we will gonna do it a little bit later. What I will do, I will simply change the user name from user to admin in order to delete my own video. And just by doing that, if I send this request, I can see that the user's video has been deleted successfully. Correct? How I can verify that my video has been deleted successfully? I will either refresh this page. Let me turn off the interceptor. I will either refresh this page, but still I can see that the video is kind of visible over here. So I'm gonna navigate to the dashboard, and then after I once again click on my user button, I can see that my video was successfully deleted. Correct? But we have to delete the video of someone else. So now what I can do, I can simply change the video ID in order to delete all of the videos of all of the different users which they have uploaded in the application. And in order to automate this process, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply send this endpoint to my repeater. Okay, I'm going to select the video ID. As simple as that. Attack type will definitely going to be the sniper. And from payload list, I will select numbers and I will enter the number from 0 to suppose 200. Okay, minimum integer digit should be 1. Payload count is 201. Correct. And suppose my default resource pool I am setting it to 100, and I will start the attack. After a couple of seconds, I will be prompted with different set of status code. Correct. So my first status code is 404. So this 404 status code indicates that there is no video available in the user. Correct. But we also have different set of status code which is 200. This indicates that we have successfully able to delete the video of a particular user. Again, over here, Just by changing the video ID, what I am doing, I am deleting every other user's video which they have uploaded into their profile. Correct. So this is how we can leverage the HTTP dangerous method following the broken functional level authorization vulnerability in order to delete every user's video information or video file. So in this way, we have successfully cleared the challenge number 7. Next up, we will gonna look at mass assignment vulnerability in the next video. That's it for now.